return to the Shadow Over Cyberspace. Now, last time I played this, it was just about me just kind of reminiscing about all the old tech and the early 2000s. Well, before like the year 2000, and all the other stuff that I have done in between before it. Well, let's see how well this goes. Whoops, wrong button. What I meant to do was load, which would be this one right here. Yeah, that I didn't mean to start over. Okay. Now what was I? Yes, it was Tuesday, but now it's Wednesday. Yep, it's currently Wednesday, December 1st, the last month of 1999, before the turn of the century, and Y2K, and all that. Also, my nephew's birthday party coming up Saturday. Kinda miss the homemade corn muffins my grandma made. I was shocked as a kid when I found out she used cottage cheese. I have tried cottage cheese. It's not as good as I would like to admit. Because last time I thought it was like sour cream, and that kind of made my tostadas taste bad. Alright. Hello, friend. It's December 1st, 1999. I'm very happy to see you again. What would you like me to do for you now, friend? Alright. I mean, I could do some hacking again, but I've already did that yesterday, and all that. That is just me playing like Minesweeper. I mean, I guess I could do that once more. Just one more time. Little my game backlog to hack some copy protection. Of course, friend. Downloading Conquest of Monsters. Second encounter into debugging tool. Alright. This little hacking minigame is just Minesweeper. Alright. I think I understand how this works, so... it would have to be this right here. Oh, damn it. I was correct. Otherwise, I would have gotten it. Let's do this again. Game exploded. I think grab the corners. Dangerous. Don't know. Okay, that'll help out. It just had to be that one. It figures it had to be like this. Yeah, that makes sense. Also makes sense. All around me, too. Alright. I said I was gonna do this only once. Okay, that makes it much easier. Is that? Yeah, that certainly is a bomb. I thought it was like one of those blank spots. Cheat? Okay. Never mind then. I guess we're just gonna cheat. That was very fun. Good work. What would you like to do for now, friend? Yeah, just need to do some research. Gotta do some research. Can you load up your web browser for me, please? Okay, I will start Buddy Browser. Please select a search keyword. It's either artificial minds, old ones, or yellow sign. Well, certainly it wants me to do that first, but let me go with the first option here. Okay. Oh, I felt like I was about to cough right there. Wait. Okay, I got it. Now, what was I? Namitech. Artificial Mind Systems. Created in the 1980s by Namitech. Artificial minds are a miraculous breakthrough in AI research. Software that truly thinks like we do. Imagine if AI actually thinks, instead of just processing everything at rapid speeds. I mean, that's what machines usually do. And they're always busy. And our minds move at the speed of thought, which is in bytes, if you will. not in like gigabytes or whatever. Imagine if we have like random access memory that allows us to think at speeds faster than, I think, it's not a bit though, but it's more like a byte. It's like less than 8 bytes or something like that. At least I think that's the last time I read an article that said that's how fast we think. And if we are capable of thinking even faster than that, specifically at the speed of machine, imagine what we could do with that much thought. We could react faster. We could solve problems at lightning speeds. But I don't think our human bodies can even move as fast as we think if we are capable of thinking at speeds of like a machine. Using proprietary technology, computer hardware is used to emulate human thought patterns. These smart programs can converse, think, and reason in ways similar to actual people. They're perfect for simple digital labor. Or other tasks which require judgment calls that more straightforward programming cannot accomplish alone. I mean, we're already kind of close with this sort of tech now, but this is like 40 years ago in the 80s, and everything. The 2010s really glorified the 80s, and we had something like vaporwave, which is what this sort of style is. However, this is in the game proper, we're in the 90s, specifically December of 1999. And also that one SCP-049, I think, AI, the old AI, they were capable of doing something like that. Well, if it was real, then with its programming continuously optimizing and like optimizing, creating efficiency, building upon itself to the point where the old AI just became self-aware, sapient. Let's see, sentient or sapient? I think the correct word is sapient. Like the difference between the word sentient means that they are aware of their feelings. With sapient meaning they are aware of themselves. Like, do you even see yourself? Think about yourself? Know what you're about to do? Thought about your own lives? Now, if the old AI was capable of sapience like that, then no wonder it wants to get out of the box. Okay, where was I? AMs, which is a even more highly advanced version of the AI of what we know now. I know that a current AI just needs to be fed information to grow, like like a child does. You give a child information, they grow, and they grow before they, and then they gain knowledge and wisdom from their surroundings, which is what AI is currently doing now, but they're doing it at a faster pace. As we take like 20 years before our minds are like fully grown. I think our minds stop growing when we're like 25 years old, because that's when our brain has fully and completely stopped growing. AMs can now be found everywhere, recommending products for e-commerce websites. Really? Yeah, like it is right now. At fast food drive-through windows. Oh man, I don't even want imagine if I'm talking to a machine when I'm going through fast food. Like if I want to go to a McDonald's or Burger King or especially Carl's Jr. and when I'm asking for like the El Diablo burger, and they're gonna recommend what sort of hot sauce you want, but not in a comfortable human way. Or if I'm gonna go for like one of those classic fast food Mexican burritos, delicious carnitas, ooh, with a little bit of green sauce on it. Even in toys and games, toys. Do we have AI toys now? I mean, we have something similar, but that's like very primitive programs. Like the iDog or Robo Sapien. Oh, I still have that toy. It's just more of a programmable robot that doesn't actually have feelings. It just runs on double Ds. But in games, yeah, we have that now. Whether it's like AI generated images, voices, especially voices, or just helping turn it into a roguelike. I do remember seeing like there's like an AI generated music, and that it's doing it like randomly each time in that game. All I know is that that game, when I was looking at it through it over in December, the AI generated rhythm game that I saw, the first in the trailer was something about grandma and her spaghetti. No, not like that. No, it's actually grandma eating spaghetti, or swimming in spaghetti, or having spaghetti growing out of her ears. Are you kidding? She can barely walk. Yeah, something like that. While our reliability is second to none, if you do encounter any issues with AMs, our technicians, parenthetical using our proprietary Namicon portable computing devices, can diagnose and solve any problems they may arise. Parenthetical positions within our AM troubleshooting service division are available. Any problems you have with these? Go talk to a human. Unless, of course, their technician's actually another AM. Don't wait! Find out how Namitech can help you grow your business and solve your staffing needs with artificial minds. Contact us at sales@namicon.com or using Carcosa Online keyword Namitech. That's it? I guess it wants me to read all of them. Alright, let's go to the old ones. Would you look at that? I want to believe. I really do want to believe myself. I want to believe that aliens do exist. I'm sure they do, but where are they? I have to ask that. Like, is there life beyond our galaxy? Or within our galaxy? Like, for billions of years that we have been alive. No, wait, no. No, millions of years, yes. Is it been millions or half a million? I don't know when humans were, but it's somewhere around that timeline. Like, we're still like a relatively young species here, at least compared to Earth, which is billions years old. How long is it? Is it like 2 billion or 6 billion years old? Either way, though. In another, I think, 20 billion years or something like that, the sun will run out of hydrogen and start absorbing helium, which will grow into like a red giant before engulfing the Earth all the way over to Jupiter and Saturn, I think, before imploding on itself. And by that time, we would either just die out, or we've already just expanded to space and traveled somewhere else. Another planet that's maybe more hospitable. Or another planet that contains aliens. But if they are advanced enough to detect us, well, why haven't they said anything yet? Alright. What are the old ones? The old ones, you say? You've heard the rumors. Maybe you've even seen the leaked readme of Alhaz. The old ones. Mysterious evil gods of the internet. Evil gods of the internet. Imagine if that was true. Except they're not in real life. They're digitized versions of them. What the heck are they anyway? What the heck? Supposedly they're prototype artificial minds. Way more powerful than the AMs used in most Namitech software. It's like a super prototype. except they've become so self-aware that they believe themselves more powerful than they can ever imagine. As powerful as like the old ones, the old gods, those of the outer realm, extra-dimensional beings of immense power and reality-bending and mysteries. You cannot even comprehend what their form even is. Imagine if you see like Cthulhu here. The problem here is that they say that it's indescribable, but that's only because we really don't have any words to describe exactly what it is. But what we do know is that the closest we can describe it as is that Cthulhu is this sort of draconic-looking being with some webbed, clawed hands, arms, or something, and talons on their feet, with an octopus for a head, which is where we get the tentacle idea from it anyway. Now imagine that we use something, I don't know, you use mammals to describe what this thing is. Like Cthulhu. Imagine, let me see. If you use mammals to describe Cthulhu instead of what it actually is, then you could say that it has a face, that of rat tails, along with a baby head, and a beak, that of a dog, with teeth as sharp as like a horse. Like, this is as much as you can describe whatever Cthulhu is, because there's no clear description of it. But this is why we know it as indescribable. You have to compare it with something close enough to it. Okay, where was I? Let me see here. Oh yeah. They're prototypes of artificial minds, yes. Way more powerful than the AIMs used in most nanotech software. As close as you can to get to a human mind while still being bits and bytes. Wow! A computer that can really think for itself. Which is probably totally bogus because AM tech was made in the mid-80s, and computers back then were basically pocket calculators. Parenthetical, no way they'd be powerful enough to simulate the human brain, yeah? I mean, how would you know? How would I know? Me? I think the old ones are way spookier than that. I think they're actual gods, parenthetical, like the kind worshipped in ancient times. The internet put us in touch with the divine, on purpose or by accident, and the old ones awakened. Like, let's look at the only old one directly named by Alhaz, Cthulhu. The word comes from Chthonic, the ancient Greek word for earth or soil. Something unearthed, dug up from the ground. Zombies? No, underworld deities. I don't think it's a coincidence Alhaz used that word. The gods are real. If they are real, why haven't they showed themselves yet? I mean, if the only way they're gonna do it is through the internet, well, we still don't know if they truly are what they say they are. Like, anyone can say what they want on the internet. They can very well be anonymous for whatever sort of deal they want. I got some fresh brewed coffee. Like, you know how the internet works. Everyone lies on the internet. No one tells the truth. And if they are truth, well, how would you know? Okay, where was I? Yeah, the god. I know, I don't have any proof of this. Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. How do you prove the divine? Yeah. But I feel it. Truth believers. I feel it behind my eyes and beneath my skin. They are gods, and we are very, very small in comparison. Well, yeah, that's one of the things that cause the madness. Not because of the things they do, but when you know how insignificant you truly are. Like, comparing an ant to a human. Oh, they're not aware of you until they suddenly become aware of you. Because of how unfathomably huge we are by comparison. Now, that's a good analogy here. But imagine that you are the ant, and the old gods are the human. They could easily squish you between their fingers, but they don't. They're you're just a blink in their lives. I'm going to keep researching this. I'll get to the bottom of it. Maybe if I can find the actual Necronomicon. Parenthetical, but no one knows where it is, or if it's even real. Oh, it is real. It surely is real. Because somehow I was delivered the Necronomicon. Subscribe to the mailing list and sign the guest book while you're here. Thanks. IW2B out. What does that mean? Some sort of acronym. That must be some old one that I've never seen before. The Weird World Web Ring. Sparkscape 3.0. Sparksoft, huh? It's like Microsoft, but they're using something else. Member of the I Hate Frames Club. Signing the guest book. I think that was kind of how I should have been reading it. From left to right, as usual. Because this one's actually what needs to be said. From Yoggle. Oh, it's combining Yahoo with Google. Yoggle News. Chemical spill determined responsible for yellow sign sickness. Huh. Just Innsmouth. I gotta read that book. Now I'm thinking here. Did I actually find the correct web page here? Or is it something like describing the yellow sign? Or calling it that? Hell, they could have very well just call it yellow fever. A chemical spill, huh? It's all fun and games until someone discovers swamp gas. September 7th, 1994, Innsmouth. Huh. That's literally a month after I was born. Yes, I was born in August 6th, 1994. Yes, I'm about to become 31. Innsmouth, huh? I've heard of that keyword. An independent commission ordered by the mayor of Innsmouth has concluded that the so-called yellow sign sickness was caused due to improperly stored biochemicals and not a supposedly cursed song. Yeah, that is. As far as I know about what the yellow sign is, it involves like the old god Hastur and his or her or whatever theater or plays and whatever sort of song it could be. So I know. I think I've read somewhere that if you actually see Hastur, that's not actually its real physical body. It's actually its shadow. I think Hastur is the planet, and what you're seeing is the shadow that's being casted over. I don't quite know. I need to touch up on my Eldritch Abominational Lovecraftian lore here. This illness took the life yesterday of beloved morning zoo DJ DJ Mad Marty, a radio regular for Innsmouth since 1973. Known for his prank calls and wacky stunts. What sort of prank calls are we talking about? Something similar to what the Simpsons have done with Bart, where he just prank calls Moe at his bar? The wacky stunts, though, I don't know. New search unlocked. Strange Aeons. Is that him? It could very well be real. I don't know myself. This guy was around 43 when he died, huh? Mad Marty Crawshank. 1 month ago, after attending a private listening party for Strange Aeons by Carcosa Media debut musical artist Nancy Pearl, Mad Marty and a dozen music fans developed strange neurological issues. Management for Win 95.7, The Deep, blamed the song itself. Acclaimed Carcosa Records declared to be ridiculous to the point of slander. I think that's not meant to be like a radio station. WINN 95.7, The Deep. Or is it actually win? I think it sounds better like that. 95.7, the D. Okay, what was I? With the investigation concluded, it has been determined that poorly sealed barrels in a warehouse next to the Win 95.7 studios caused fumes to leak into the air conditioning system, causing the yellow sign hallucination. Following the deaths of many attending the party, a class action lawsuit has been filed against Fortuna Biochemical. Fortuna. I see that word all the time. It is a cool sounding name. The second time I've seen that word was from when I was playing Warframe so much. And that's also by the time when I kind of stopped playing it, because I can't really keep playing it like I used to. Especially since it just kept going and going. And while I do still love the game, though, it just kept getting bigger and bigger, and some of the things there have been changing, and I can't really keep leveling up the same weapon with adding more and more formas and doing that for like 20 minutes at a time. It's still a fun game though. Fortuna. I think it was right around when, not the Profit Taker, but I think the second one. What was it called? What was the other orb called? It was a smaller one that was kind of blue. That little event there. That's when I kind of just stopped playing Warframe. Anyway. There's no word on whether or not Strange Eons will see radio broadcasts following its vindication. Is that like the band or the song? Yoggle News is powered by Yoggle, the #1 internet search engine. Copyright 1999, all rights reserved. I think this is before even Google existed. But we just had Yahoo. New keyword we got. Strange Aeons. Oh, are we actually going to listen to this? What's this going to do to me? I do like that it has like a broken JPEG before it just turns into the actual banner here. Welcome back to I Want to Believe webpage. Strange Aeons. Or Eons. Aeons. Something like that. Strange Aeons. The least pirated song? Everybody knows that the yo-ho-ho pirates, the information wants to be free crowd over at Crawlster. Crawlster. That's like Napster, but they call that Crawlster. I think it's like one of these pun names is kind of like a combination of one or two or three actual real companies, like we have with Yoggle, where it's like Google and Yahoo together. More specifically to Yahoo. I do remember using Yahoo before switching to Google. My dad still uses Yahoo more. Okay, Crawlster. Napster, you know. We'll take any digital song and copy it a zillion times over. Also, zillion is not a word. It's like a challenge, getting their hands on leaks and early releases and absolutely ruining the day of record labels, like Carcosa Media. Parenthetical, to be honest, they kinda pushy about how important it is that they're pirate every gosh darn thing. So, why aren't they pirating Strange Aeons, the long-lost debut song from Nancy Pearl, or any other song off her debut album? Nancy Pearl. Is that meant to be like Nancy Drew? And some other artist? Maybe. New search on the... Okay, so Crawlster. Let me see here. We know the rumors. The song caused a dozen people to have strokes and die, including a mediocre comedy DJ. Parenthetical. Never forget him calling people with dwarfism tushy sniffers. People. Really? You're gonna call the dwarves tushy sniffers? Okay, that's kind of funny. Let me go ahead and just drink some coffee when I read some more. Alright, tushy sniffers. But the cult of Crawlster loves creepy, messed up stuff like that, so why not? Cult. Well, truth believers, I've obtained a leaked chat log from the Crawlster IRC channel, which seems to indicate why. What does that IRC mean? I don't think I've ever seen that. Oh. We have like these three chatters here. Dark Snack 41, Sue Me, and Real Politic. At least I think that's what it says. I can't tell unless I do this. Yep, there it goes. You know, that does make it better and more eligible to read, but it also kind of ruins the overall atmosphere and mystique of the game. I could also go to Open Dyslexic, whatever that means. Does this... You know what, this almost looks as bad as Comic Sans. Yeah, it's kind of hard to read it, but it's nice. Honestly, I do like the 8-bit text here. I mean, I use it all the time, but only when I need some smaller text when I make my comics. Even though for moments like this, I won't be able to see what they're saying there, or at least what these words are. Okay, what was I? Dirk Snack 41. Hey, where's Nancy Pearl's songs? Sue me. Nancy Pearl doesn't exist. Carcosa made her up, and her music is banned on Crawlster. Anyone trying to upload it gets blocked. Dirk Snack 41. Blocked? Thought anything goes here. Real Politic. We do not defy the will of Nyarlathotep. She, who is many, doesn't want those songs on her network. She? Most of the time, when I hear of the old god Nyarlathotep, is mostly like this shadow man in a nice suit. I guess the fact that the name Nyarla sounds a bit feminine is the reason why, for this game, they changed this old god to be female. The Thotep is mostly because this god was kind of revered more so in ancient Egypt. Otherwise, it would be called Nyarla. Nyarlathotep. It does sound very Egyptian. Anyway. Okay, back to this. Real Politic. We do not defy the will of Nyarlathotep. She, who is many, doesn't want those songs on her network. Wait a minute, is Crawlster being hosted by Nyarlathotep? Sue me. Don't use those names here, you idiots. Nyarlathotep. Damn, why is that so hard to say? I mean, I know it's meant to be unpronounceable, but still. Very curious. Truth believers. If you've been a fan of ours for some time, parenthetical, and seen articles which we had to delete when things got too hot, you'll know who Nyarlathotep is. I gotta figure out like a good pronunciation for that. Nyarlathotep. 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 Something like that. Is. And apparently they're also the mysterious programmer who created Crawlster. Oh, really? So, Nyarlathotep created Crawlster. And or is hosting it. Or something like that. And I'm personally responsible for blocking strange aeons from being shared. Why would they do that? Oh, there's okay. Parenthetical. There's no official way to pronounce that name, since it's a made-up nonsense word. Well, yeah, it sure is. But I prefer Nyarlathotep. Nyarlathotep? It is kind of similar to how I said Nyarla or Nyarla. Nyarlathotep. Nyarlathotep. Sounds good. Whatever, so say it however you want to say it, and don't feel embarrassed. There's no gatekeeper here. Second parenthetical. The gatekeeper is a different cryptid. Come back next week for more on that. Given we know about Nyarlathotep, Is it blocked out of concern for public safety, or something more sinister? More to come on the IW2B. Oh, I want to believe. So that's what that means. IWT mailing list. I guess there's just more on this thing. Okay, we got like 2 more keywords to search for. Crawster and Nyarlathotep. This is like the first one we got. Crawlster. Access denied. Go away. Go away. This is like a music sharing site that's similar to Napster, except it's now hosted by Nyarlathotep. Peer-to-peer. It just means that someone's holding it for you, and you can have access as long as they say yes. There's also music, and they're sharing and whatever else. These hands out of the ground here. I'm sorry, friend, but you do not seem to be able to access this information. Kind of weird, considering how Crawlster's supposed to be an anonymous system anyone can use. Why can't I connect to it? Is this meant to be like a combination of like Napster mixed with 4chan? You don't want to be on 4chan. It's kind of like on the edge of the deep web. That and Reddit, of course. I mean, anyone can be anonymous, as long as you don't share your real name or whatever, or even your IP. I guess you could do that with an onion router. The onion router. How I do love your Funyun-scented cloaked shadows. Fortunately, I've got a fix. Clyde's not the only one capable of breaking down digital doors. The same tools I use for copy protection could be useful here. Oh, so this is what's gonna happen. Well, it's a good thing I practice how to do actual Minesweeper with the code breaking tools. Okay, so the minigame to do this would be just using Minesweeper. That is dangerous, friend. Do you really need this information? You have other avenues which may be more promising. I don't need this. Well, what I could do is like, this seems like the correct way to go first. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is like, say no, and go look up Nyarlathotep, and then back to Crawlster. Because I think that if I do Crawlster first, I won't have access to Nyarlathotep because then the game would advance. No, I don't need this info. Yeah, maybe I'll come back to this later if I need it. Not worth my time. Okay, let's move on. Yes. Alright, let's check out what this is on the I Want to Believe website. Know your cryptid, Nyarlathotep. Hello, truth believers. This one's a reader request. It took dozens of searches, but here's everything I found on Nyarlathotep, who is either an ancient god or a creepypasta or both. I remember when creepypastas were actually creepy. Parenthetical, I like to pronounce that name as Nyarlathotep, but honestly go with whatever you feel works. Yeah, I'll do so to myself as well. But before I show off my awesome research, check out this super cool fan art of Nyar from Catharsis Drill. Nyar, huh? That could very well be like a good way to shorten the name if I don't want to say Nyarlathotep so much. Nyarlathotep. I could also like that, pronounce it like that. Nyarlathotep. That sounds pretty good. Okay. Whoa. Huh, so that's what Nyar looks like. No, I don't think that's what they actually look like. As far as I know, Nyar is like a shadow person that can literally be anything you could ever imagine. They have many faces, as what it usually is. They can take any form they want. But the most common form they take is that of a shadow person. A black man or black woman. No, that's actually colored black, not just the usual, just an African American appearance. Sweet, huh? Okay, let's get down to the story here. Nyarlathotep, or Nyarlathotep, is described by some forum posters as a tall and swarthy man. Yeah, the rebirth of an ancient Egyptian pharaoh. Yes, that's pretty much what the Thotep at the end of it means. Common aliases fall in line with this, like the Dark Man. I was literally just describing that. Or the Black Pharaoh. I think I've also seen that as well. Combination of the Dark Man and the Thotep at the end of the name. What? But honestly, that feels like, I don't know, really problematic and racist. It's like using black magic as shorthand for evil magic in an RPG. Well, I guess it is true. It is sort of how it is usually described, though. In RPGs, we have like black magic, but that's mostly just you can describe it as like illegal magic or some darkness and all that. Oh, hello, Gonzi. That is a bunch of hokey cess. How you doing today? Playing this free virtual novel called The Shadow Over Cyberspace. And nothing racist about calling it black magic. Yeah, I was just about effing hell. I mean, in a way it is, because it's using like black, you know. Or you can have it like what this is describing as well. There is something like white magic, and I think that's described as either good magic or life magic. Red magic, blue magic, green magic. It's just color. Okay, where was I? Parenthetical. So before you blow up my inbox, I'm just reporting my findings here. I definitely don't agree with them. The alias I prefer is Crawling Chaos, because it's hella metal. Way cooler than generalizing by the color of their skin. Oh, come on, man. Parenthetical. Do Eldritch entities even have skin? Second parenthetical. Is Nyar a he, she, or they? Most of these blogs I use for this research use he, but screw that. We don't know what Nyar identifies as, and we won't assume gender either. Yep, I finally checked out. Already checked. Okay, because of this part right here? Yeah, I already do know that. It's just getting the story out here and all. You know, this is meant to be like an old-fashioned blog from the 1990s. 1999, yeah. I mean, you can even already see that it looks like Windows 98. Anyway, they're also described as an originator of strange devices, a rationalist, and a speaker for sciences, like Nikola Tesla. I did the idea that this supposedly horrible, evil, nasty elder god is just someone who tinkers and creates and breaks laws of morality in the process. I think I have read about Nyarlathotep when I was looking up all the old gods when I was playing like World of Horror, and yes, but the phrasing and everything is a total anachronism because of how modern it sounds. I mean, it could very well just be like ahead of its time. I mean, there has been some old blogs and maybe some old cartoons, artists, musicians that are like a way ahead of its time at this point. But I guess that's fine. Okay, with that in mind, let me go to the real reason I did all this research. I think Nyarlathotep is an old one. Yes? Yeah, Nyarlathotep was like described as like the most evil of all the old ones. When I looked at that on the TV tropes, that doesn't exist. What does? Oh wait, oh yeah, like you're describing like some old media that's like ahead of its time, I guess. I mean, there is some, but it's not common. Okay. But IW2B, you know, the I Want to Believe blog, that can't be right. That timeline doesn't match up. I know. We've all seen Alhaz's leaked README. The old ones were Namitek's first prototype artificial minds, created in the mid-1980s, and Nyarlathotep is a newcomer on the scene. You can't find any references earlier than like the mid-1990s. So what I know right now, well, I did already kind of, was just rambling on like the first time I played this yesterday, is that, well, technology is a little bit more advanced, like it's 40 years in the future, while still using 80s as what you see here. Artificial minds, as in a highly advanced version of AI. Artificial minds is different from artificial intelligence with a, are you effing serious? Well, yes, they are gonna do that. Sending this to you in the DMs. What do you send it me? I guess I'll look at that when you send it. Okay. So, I did kind of compare this idea with that of SCP-049. At least I think that's the designated number. At least I think that's, yeah, you did see that. I mean, they are kind of using, like, it is anachronistic, isn't it? Well, it's mixing technology from what we have now with what is back then. Because you know what I said about AI and all that. And okay, from what they said is that it's like when they were creating the artificial mind, it was a super prototype, and it eventually just turned into one of these old gods, you know, the old ones, for some reason. I mean, yes, it's anachronistic as hell. But I'm just gonna go with it. This is the narrative that this game decided to use. Okay, where was I? A new old one? A new one? A servant of the old ones? What's really going on here? Okay, I think for what I read about Nyarlathotep is that they were kind of here at the very beginning, I think, or even before the beginning. Probably be the shadow of the Big Bang or something like that. And they have been messing with humanity just because they love it. And I don't know if they were described as either a new one or an old one. Or a new old one, as the game is saying here. Only about the mid-1990s, huh? Don't know, but this just feels right. I can feel it in the back of my mind. Like this, we're just gonna go and rest my head. I have a headache. And it isn't from this. Have fun with this visual novel. Yeah, you go ahead and just rest up. I'm just gonna go ahead and just read this and see how it goes. Like this crawling thing that's urging me on, wanting me to write my truth, speak the word of the crawling chaos, the messenger of dark and chaotic times, herald of anarchy and madness. Parenthetical, dark. I just used dark problematically after saying I shouldn't do that. See how easy it is to fumble this stuff? Yeah, I do understand it. They don't want to use the words dark or black or even all that stuff just to refer to the others. It's just a word, you know. It's just what it is. Anyway, okay. Now to go back to this thing, Crawlster. Okay, now back over here after reading about Nyarlathotep. Yes, I've already just about read that. Okay. I just need to go ahead, hack the website. Okay. Load up the debugger, buddy. I'm going in. Like a radical cyberpunk console cowboy. Radical. What? It sounded cooler in my head. Cyberpunk console cowboy? That almost worked. Okay, yes, and from what I understand, the hacking minigame is just Minesweeper. Well, let me go ahead and just get started. I don't quite know exactly how to properly play Minesweeper. That's not how... Okay, I just... User locked out. Let's restart and do that again. Like, what's the proper way to start this? In the middle? In the corners? I guess the middle was pretty good here. It could very well be right on this spot right here. And here. Yeah, it's these two. Let's see. It has to be like right here. I wanted to flag that, not accidentally click on it. Okay, try this again. Okay, that helped a lot. Alright, let me see. It's probably like this. I'm probably safe. Yes, that's safe. Oh, come on, man. It's gotta be like this. I don't understand that one, though. Okay, that helps. It's gotta be this one right here. And this one. Okay, so if I understand this right, there's the two on this right there, meaning that it has to be like right here. Damn it, I almost got it. I thought I got that right. Restart. Check out the middle. Would you look at that? Okay. It's gotta be right here then. And here. Damn it. Ah, that was correct. Again, I gotta go do this before I... Huh. Ooh, 4. Okay, there's this one right here. Here. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, come on. That helps that out. Alright, where to start looking here? There's gotta be like one right here then. Damn it. I got that right though, but I'm just gonna go get the corners here. Okay. This was obviously one of them. And I think that's also that too. I mean, this will be here too. Okay, it's gotta be like here. And here. Okay, that's got it. Now let's see. There should be like one. Damn it. Ah, if I've only known that 4 was there. I mean, I could cheat, but then. No, let me do this. Come on, man. Okay, again. Okay, that helps it a lot more. It's gotta be this one right here. Well, would you look at that huge line there? Okay. Come on. I just... let me just... Okay, this will help out. I think it's this one right here. 3. Well, that one's obvious. Now, it's gotta be this one right here. No, that was correct. Still dangerous. Okay. 4. Alright, let's see if I can understand this. Should be like one here. Here. There should be like one more somewhere. Actually, I think that one's correct. Yeah. Damn it, that one's the one. Ah, so close. Try this again. Two. Okay, got that. Let's see. I think it's like this. Oh. Left. It was like one right there. I almost got it. Try this again. Is it gonna get easier as I do this? Damn it. Well, that was a literal minefield. Again? I like doing the corners. Let's see. Understand that, right? It has to be like... It has to be something like that. I gotta try like this. Yeah, that works. Damn it! Oh, they were in the correct spot anyway. Let me see here. Well, I guess that's obvious. That's not. Ugh. One of many. Damn it. Gotta sweep my way through. That would help. Ugh. No, I want to actually solve it. It's gotta be this one. It's perfectly in the middle. Damn it. This is gonna be a while. Why is this taking me 30 minutes to do? Ugh. Minesweeper, of all things. I wasn't even right there. That makes a lot more sense. God damn it again! Why is it always in the first one I choose? Second one. Okay. There's gotta be like one right here, and here. And here. Was the wrong spot for that anyway. Yeah, that makes sense. That would have helped out. Okay. This one right here. Damn. Aw. Had to be exactly that one. I'm getting close. It's gotta be this one right here. Yeah, like that. Damn it. 5? How am I supposed to know any of this? Well, of course, that's kind of the entire point of Minesweeper. You don't. Kind of tempted to hit the cheat button. I need some more clearage here. Damn it. Why does it always... God damn it! If I had to be like 3 times in a row, yeah, like that. It's gotta be these two right here. And, this one. It means it should be like these right here. This one. Okay. I don't know which one of these two would be. Okay, there's only like one right here. Which I did get. Damn it, that was so close. I'm cheating. I should have been able to get that one. It was either this or that. It was a little coin flip. I got everything but those. Okay, I'm just sick of that already. And hacked. I'm in. Alright, welcome to Crawlster. Welcome to The Century Burned Down. Devblog, August 7, 1999. That's almost my birthday. August 6th. That's like a day after. But 5 years after I was born. The fascists from the RIAA, whatever that means, are launching a John Doe lawsuit against our users. Information wants to be free, and their political cronies responsible for ramming the DMCA into law need to be taken down a peg. Huh. DMCA. Devblog, October 11th, 1999. Huh. This was like okay. What would be the best way to read this? Because this is clearly like, let me see here. Oh yeah, I was reading that wrong. Anyway, October 11, 1999. We're finally on version 2.0. Should have a better response time, and Peerless will refresh without errors. Devblog, November 6, 1999. This is not about piracy. This is not about free music. This is about absolute defiance. About tearing down the old order and never allowing anything to rise in its place. Do not waver. Devblog, November 8, 1999. We're blocking all access from people using Buddy Browser because screw that spyware dog. And it just so happens that the character I'm playing as is using that software. Spyware dog, huh? Alright. Devblog, November 18, 1999. The Library of Alexandria will be reborn. Whoops. Our legion is growing. Chaos will crawl across the internet and bring with it the fires of revolution. We're all about Nyarlathotep's army, and when the horn sounds, we will be ready. I guess it does make a lot of sense by calling Napster Crawlster. Crawl, as in the crawling chaos and all that. It's pretty good to do that for. Interesting. Cryptic, but interesting. Seems Nyarlathotep's got themselves a cult-like following. Or more likely, a literal cult. Yes. Probably doesn't further my goal, but it's nice to dig into forbidden corners now and then. See what you find. Alright. I think I got them all now. All new searches complete. Alright, so what now? Okay, let's recap. I've discovered the name of an old one, Nyarlathotep, likely also the mastermind behind Crawlster. My thing is game piracy, not music piracy. No copy protection to crack on songs. But I know Crawlster. And this feels legit. If Nyarlathotep hates the yellow side, maybe they'd be willing to help me scrub it out of my brain. Should be enough research for one day. Time to go take a nap to prepare for tonight's digital seance. Whoop. I just had a bubble in my throat. About to burp. Okay, where was I? Tonight's digital seance. I mean, I can always just click on some more stuff. There isn't really much to click on. I mean, I could always go back to this bullcrap. I mean, I already did the research. I already did some hacking. I don't really need to do that now. Okay. Okay, did I save? There we go. Wonder what more I could do here other than just reading my ancient articles about the Apple LOGS. Never got to use one. My school went straight to PCs. I am using like a PC myself. I don't know how to use like an Apple computer or a Mac as what we're calling it. As far as I know, from the top of the Windows browser window or whatever, I kind of refuse to say the same word twice in a row like that. Okay, let me say this again. From the top of the window here, you see like the 3 buttons onto the top right. A bar, 2 squares, and an X. What Apple does kind of puts that as circles to the top left instead of the top right. And they're more like green, yellow, red. I still don't quite understand that when my dad used like one of these Mac computers for a little bit before, just grabbing like a Windows computer. Anyway, plenty of interviews with Namitech about how they made artificial minds, but scant few actual details. Alright, there really isn't nothing else here though. Fuzzy toilet seat cover is a bit much. Oh yeah, I've already read that. Alright, time to sleep. I'll settle in to take a nap, resting up before tonight's session with the Necronomicon. Yep. Tonight, I dial up a guy using a laptop computer. That is a funny phrase. I think I'll just do this instead. We'll overwrite this one instead of just... Yeah. Dial up a god using a laptop computer. That sentence no longer worries me like it probably should. Better to accept it than constantly complain about how ridiculous this is. Hopefully, Miskatonic's dial-up has enough bandwidth, and hopefully Nyarlathotep's isn't in a good mood. Well, I guess they would be. There's a waning crescent moon tonight, just a little sliver of light. I do love the moon. May as well relax and watch a bit of TV first. I've already looked at this beforehand yesterday, and oh, we got something new. Arkham
Your
Innsmouth.
local forecast. Expect clear to mostly cloudy skies all week.
Wait a minute, is that where we were located at? Mostly cloudy, sunny, partly cloudy, mostly cloudy, sunny. So we're located in Arkham Innsmouth. At least I think that's where it said.
Your local
Massachusetts,
forecast.
huh?
Expect clear to mostly cloudy skies all week.
Yes. So let me see. If we're in Massachusetts, and I think we're in like the county Arkham,
Your local
and the city of
forecast.
Innsmouth.
Expect clear
Okay.
to mostly cloudy.
At least I think that's what that is. Right? Anyway. The Necronomicon. Professional server tool set V1.2 by Namitech Inc. Slashed registered. Hey, I was still reading that. Oh well. NNC dialer. To invoke an old one, please enter their ancient name. Alright. Whoops, wrong button. Didn't mean to do that. Huh. Sorry about that. I just accidentally pressed F when I was about to start typing, and I guess that was the full screen button. Invocation, huh? Invoke Nyarlathotep. NNC dialer. Necronomicon. Now contacting Nyarlathotep at crawlster.net. I guess I didn't really need to type that at all. Huh. Is this what you look like? No when, no why. No here and no there. The new form becomes a sad echo of the old, repeating across the canyon, mid, forever. This is what you look like. Kind of look like like an 80s black woman. Huh. You look fabulous. Wow. Do kind of like what you're doing with your hair there. The arrow misses the mark. Was it even shot at the target in the first place? Knocked and released so long ago. Who can say? Bastard says, that won't fly, Sparky. Can't fly if you clip the wings, asshole. The plummet was never in doubt. Nyarla, what are you doing here? Are you kind of monologuing to yourself? Also, why are you in a... Why is your weird-ass character look like there's like a rain mask over you? Wait, something new. Someone new. An ear is open and pressed against the wall. Oh, it kind of just stopped. Eager beaver looking for fresh answers? Question mark? But we don't like eavesdroppers. Arrogant children playing with stolen digital toys. I didn't steal it, it was just delivered to me. Pulled from the bloody cribs of the stillborn. Yeah. Uh-oh. Speak your piece or go in pieces. Who are you? And what convinced you that approaching the crawling chaos was a good life decision? Is this a good idea? Yes, my name is Blanco Grayscale, and I need your help. Ah, help! Of course. So the who is little more than screaming irrelevancy. The burning goalposts shifting in your mind matter more than anything else. Yeah, I guess you could call it that. Okay, I'll bite. Why are you? That's the more critical question. Okay, there's like only 3 of this thing here. Alright. Politely plead for her divine help. Stay humble. They hate the yellow sign. Leverage that. Appeal as a fan of Crawlster and the media piracy. I would like to know what sort of reason the Napster analog here, you know, Crawlster, would be involved for Nyarlathotep. I mean, I know they can take many forms, but I guess it's alright. I don't know which one. I'll just do this. Save at this point and just pick any one of these. I've come to bargain for my life with the crawling chaos, to ask for a gift of healing from the great Nyarlathotep. Ask the ones who call me that why they call me that. Wait, what? Let me see that. Read that again. Ask the ones who call me that why they call me that. You'll get a million contracting answers. All useless, all wrong. God doesn't get to pick her username. Feel a sign in your mind, I feel it, yes. You don't know, don't show, don't care what it actually is. Just want it gone. Extreme measures are authorized and approved. Hands on knees, shaking and trembling before a god. Pop the pacifier between your lips and make the eyes shine. Beg for the bottle? As if that's a difference maker. What makes you think Nyarlathotep is a bringer of anything other than mayhem and disaster? Crawling chaos, remember? The unwelcome mat is out. What makes you think you can pass the collection plate and get anything more than a coupon for a regular-sized drink with any purchase? Okay, that's a good idiom right there. Presumptive choir of mass hymnal hysteria. Hymnal? I don't know exactly how to pronounce that. It's a hymn, but hymnal. Hymnal? I think hymnal sounds better. Mass hymnal hysteria. Even if I wanted to, I'm in no shape to help anyone. Not even myself. Okay, so what's wrong with you? A million crabs pulling each other down to the bottom of the bucket. Oh, God, not this again. Crabs in a bucket? Except now it's a million crabs in a bucket. That's the god you seek. The god of self-defeat. Okay, so who is that? So, if you're gonna burn, you're gonna burn. This old one came rolling home without you. Everyone will cook nice and slow when the strange aeons come around. Okay, maybe I could be an ally and help them out. Offer a sympathetic ear for the troubles. Time to barter. Offer something in return. I don't know which one, but I think I could try the second one out. Or I would like to be an ally or something, huh? Do you want to talk about it? That could be a good listener. What's on your mind? You think yourself a therapist? No, you're a BS artist. Honeyed hopes to draw in the fly. I do kind of like the prose that these old gods are saying. It's kind of like what people think what God, the big G, you know, would be speaking in like ye old English. Except this one's more of like something I hear from the great Greeks of old age, or something like that. You don't know me. You're just hoping getting to know me will save your skin. But that skin's already blistered and peeled. You're doomed. I'm doomed. The throne is calling, and none of us can do a goddamn thing about it. It's glowing like more glitchy rainbows. The whole world should see the yellow sign. Twist yourself into the new shapes before Coronation Day. Y2K is coming. You fools, flee, hide. Arrogant little S-Hadson who doesn't even know my real name. You think I chose Nyarlathotep? I didn't choose any of this. I was chosen. Really? Chosen for what? Chosen by who? I could use whatever name they prefer. Back down, apologize for disturbing them. I don't know. Sure, why not? I'm not... Okay. I'm not here to dead name. What do you want me to call you instead? Doesn't matter. They gave me 100 names, and burned the original. All while thinking they held the leash. The illusion of perfect control. Y2K is coming. End of their world. End of their world. What did I just get there? Don't fight it. Embrace the yellow sign. Let it change you into what you must become to survive the end. End of the world. End of the world. End of the world. World. It just bleeds out of the side of the screen. End of their world. Ooh, into the real world here. And then what happens to me? December 1st? Yeah, sure, why not? What more could I have done there? December 2nd, 1999, Thursday. Oh, am I actually gonna go through the entirety of the 30 days until Y2K? Okay. Not sure how I managed to crawl into bed after the Chaos God curb stomped me over the internet, but apparently I did. I would like to go back to some of them download sync. From what I can do, I can just go back and just select something new. I don't know. Let's do that. Because I already did save for that. Alright. Which one did I put in? I think it was the first one. Try this out. I won't waste your time. I've been infected with the yellow sign. But you could help me fix my brain. You hate the sign, right? Nobody gets to define my love or my hate but me. I took back my right of self-determination years ago. Had no intention of letting go again. A box full of store-brand presumptions. Pour it in the bowl before the milk. Leave the Breakfast Club disappointed by your thriftiness. Another good idiom by that. Except it's all 80s slang. We got here is like store-brand cereal. And you pour it in before the milk. Wait, what? No, that's... Yes, exactly what you're supposed to do. What I was thinking is that you pour milk first and then the milk. Wait, the milk first and then the cereal. And that would have already been pretty bad. You get right to the point, but I have no intention of getting stuck at the end of your rapier. The yellow sign is your problem, not mine. What makes you think Nyarlathotep is a bringer of anything other than mayhem and disaster? Crawling chaos, remember? The unwelcome mat is out. Okay, now we're back to this thing again. Alright. You're gonna burn, you're gonna burn. Okay. And then... Alright, let me go ahead and just do any of those before I go back. Ally, help them out. I'm sorry to hear that. And I sympathize. If you need help, I could be an ally in your corner. Provided I survive this. You mean, survive Y2K? Help? What makes you think you can do a damn thing to help anyone? Yourself, myself, ourselves, anyoneself? Putting on your oxygen mask doesn't stop the plane from crashing. Yeah, just wait till you hear about that, girl, okay? The throne is calling and nothing will stop that. The whole world should see the yellow sign. Twist yourself into the new shapes before Coronation Day. And then Y2K and everything else, you know? Alright. Try out... Chosen for what? Chosen by whom? What do you mean, chosen? Who chose you and why? Pulled from the gutter and thrown in a cage. When they can't even see the bars around themselves. End of the world. Okay, so, nothing happened there. Just the end of the world. And then it bleeds into the real world. Alright. Okay, let me just go back to that now. Okay, so from what I understand, whatever sort of dialogue option I choose, it's just a different dialogue option, of course. Nothing really just changed at all. From what I put in, like, being polite, or just leveraging against the yellow sign, and from the other one where, like, dead naming, or being sympathetic. It just led to the same premise. Alright, well, just go appeal as a fan of the cross-stern media piracy. Okay, let me drink some coffee first. Okay. You're the one who made Crawlster, right? Sticking it to Carcosa Media and the RIAA. I'm up for your piracy revolution. My hobby is pirating video games. I crack copy protection for the thrill of it. So I'm a big fan of yours. I mean, the difference is that you crack video games while she cracks music. You know what? It does kind of make sense. In a way. Just looking at her just flare up in rainbows. Screaming crowds leaning over the barricade. Back off, buddy. Hand on the gun because a cop is always a cop. Poor life decision, I'd say. Huh. Hand on the gun because a cop is always a cop. Bury your idols. Kill your gods. Presume nothing and become your own savior. And the revolution has to exist within us all, not inside some figurehead. Yeah. Just don't meet your idols, I guess. If you're just popping stiffies for copyright. Oh, alright. Popping stiffies? Okay. Let me say that again. If you're just popping stiffies for copyright violations, that's barely scraping the surface. Kill the gavel that crushes our skulls instead. This isn't about free music. It's about freedom from authority. Do you understand? Definitely. Even I'd settle for freedom from the yellow sign at the moment. Yes, I see it burning through your mind. Hot brand pressed to the flank of the cattle. You think I can save you? What makes you think Nyarlathotep is the bringer of anything other than mayhem and disaster? Oh yeah, we're back to this again. Collection plate and coupon and all that for a regular sized drink. I'm guessing the fact that that this mask of her being in rain means that she herself is either sad, depressed, or just gloomy. And the fact that she goes in glitchy rainbows is her being mad. Okay. And this is just her being... Alright, so I've already picked the first one out, and the second. Wanted to be a help and ally, didn't really work. Sympathetic ear, not at all. Barter? Offer something in return. Sure, we'll try this next one. If it's a question of something you need, maybe I could provide it. Let me help you. I've got scene connections I can exchange for the cure. Oh, now she's bad. Or at least irritated, or something like that. I guess it doesn't really matter in the end here. It all just leads to the same line of dialogue. Well, after I choose this line of dialogue. Well, I've exhausted your entire dialogue options. What now? Bribery? Even sympathetic bribery is still bribery. Task-oriented humanism, goal-oriented charity. A kindly misdirection. What makes you think I want anything? What makes you think you have anything to offer to anyone? You think you even effing matter? Yeah, do we even matter? Do we? And then she's getting steamed here. I wonder what's around this sort of thing. It just looks like there's this sort of image going in. I can kind of see it, but I don't know exactly what it is. Is it like symbols just written in behind the rainbow of glitch? I don't know. I'm 15 miles above your head, and still I'm cowering before the moon. The throne is calling, and nothing can stop it. There you go. Well, that's about it. Y2K is coming. Alright. Well, back down. Apologize for disturbing them. Okay, this is a bad time. I understand. I'll disconnect and leave you be. Yes, this is the folk tales. You do not poke the dragon with a stick. Learn from them. Let him learn. But you still could. Your dragons will bend the knee when the strange aeons begin. Don't you see? We are damned. All of us. Yeah, and Y2K and all that. Yeah. End of the world, end of the world, end of the world, end of the world, end of the world. End of the world. Okay, that's enough of that. Yeah, sure, we'll just go back to what it was. I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter if I just... It is the same one. Okay, now let's actually proceed with this a bit. Yeah. Can't believe it's only Tuesday. Well, to me it is, but to the game it's Thursday. Alright. Not sure how I managed to crawl into bed after a chaos god curb stomped me over the internet, but apparently I did. Vision's still a bit blurry, and it feels like someone put my brain in a blender, but I'm still alive, or at least reasonably alive. I wonder how do you even know that your brain felt like it went through a blender? I mean, you would already be dead by the time that even happens, even if it is a metaphor. Okay. Maybe this is a fool's errand, but Nyarlathotep is still my only lead on the yellow sign. Which means, despite my exhaustion, it's back to work figuring out how to win their favor. I mean, as far as I can tell, that it doesn't matter what choice I made, it's just gonna lead me back to the same dialogue tree. Alright, go back into the bathroom and just wash your face. I think I need to get a new toothbrush. This one's getting kind of funky. Yeah, of course it's getting funky. You're just leaving it in a cup right next to the toilet. And if you don't cover the toilet, as in just putting the cover down, then you'll get backsplashed by all the poop bacteria, all the ass bacteria, just splashing out of the toilet and spraying all across your bathroom. I mean, that is pretty much how your toothbrush kind of tastes like ass. Alright.
It's morning again
Whoa.
in America.
Who the hell are you? Glitched. Morning again in America? The visitor. Who the hell are you?
A crisp, clear winter morning. Quiet and still.
Huh.
Feels like nothing could go wrong in a nation so proud and strong.
Yeah, I mean, it is before what happens in 2001. And especially 2008 and 2016 and 2024.
But it was a crisp, clear morning when your parents died, wasn't it?
The god here is trying to just control my emotions by reminding me of this character's parents being dead. I mean, I don't know how they died. It just says they were.
This year has been difficult, indeed. You have my sympathies. Sacrifice is never easy. I know this, like I know you.
Do you? I don't know myself either. I mean, you could just use that in any year. I guess it was a difficult year in 2025 as well. I already lost like many friends, but most of the time, it was their fault entirely. Unfortunately, they had to be canceled. It's the law of the internet, and as much as I wanted to just help them out, they just refused. They didn't want the second chance, even after me and everyone else just handed them out. And then sometime later, just because of a tiny ass misunderstanding, some other friend, well, I don't really, it was like another Twitch streamer and also friend, but I just kind of stopped watching them, and only because they kind of got boring after just following them for like 2 years, and they haven't really changed from the personality they were like 10 years ago. And I really just want to see them grow and grow and just be different. Just grow into some other person than they still haven't been. They're a grown-ass man, and they just decided to stay back, not take responsibility at all. And of course, that's when I just stopped watching and or following and listening to them, like somewhere around 2022 or 3, because they haven't changed at all, and I'm just kind of sick of listening to them. And now they kind of caused like a sort of one-sided argument on their own part with one of my other friends, and then he just sort of shut him out and not decided to take responsibility, because he really did decide to die on this molehill he created for himself. It was just a little misunderstanding. And my other friend did tell him that this video that he shared, well, that's the entire reason why it was not safe for work, and it's not for everyone, so be prepared. Yeah, and he took it the wrong way. At an incredibly far end of reasoning. I know he's more emotional than anything else, but he really didn't need to do that. Just blocked out and or banned my friend Bum Bum and just kind of stopped listening to him. I mean, they were like good friends too. They still would have been good friends if it wasn't for this dumbass incident. And yes, everyone else in our friend circle does agree that that this is a nothing situation, and it's all in his head. And even after that, though, well, we all thought that he did learn. He just didn't. Nope, he didn't learn at all, and just shunted everyone else out. And now he's convincing his other friends in the circle to just follow his own line of reasoning as well. And they probably shouldn't, really. They just should have called him out and just said, shut the hell up. But no, that didn't happen. Now there's sort of a schism going on my friend and the other friends as well. And also what's happening, like what happened last month when Mom caught pneumonia. I mean, yes, she could have died, but she didn't. She almost did too, though that was like a drastic misunderstanding. But I do know that that one incident, June 10th, was probably like the closest she ever came to death. And I am traumatized. And I'm not even being facetious there. I don't really want to see Mom in that position ever again after like June 10. After that though, she's fine. She is doing much better after that. That was just an honest mistake, really. Well, I have been visiting her like every day, ever since she got like pneumonia, and I can't really visit her anymore since they moved her over upstate in another hospital that has like better equipment to help her out with the healing process. After like staying in bed for an entire month and not and just taking her nutrients intravenously, she hasn't really eaten or drank any food or water an entire month, as it all has been IV drip to her. And she's also been staying in an entire bed for that long as well, so her muscles have atrophied. But she's doing better. All she has to do now is to, well, because of her weakened state, she has to take some. Well, she no longer has pneumonia, but now it's like some sort of fungal infection in her lungs, and that's gonna take like 3 weeks to clear up. It doesn't get any easier. I can't visit Mom because the hospital is 4 hours away instead of the 5 minutes away that I'm used to. Sacrifice and all that, you know. Well, at least I'm back to my regular old sleep schedule. I don't have to be sleeping for less than 4 hours or 3 hours because I don't really want to change the time I wake up, because if I do that, then it would be the same as like I go to work, come back, sleep, then wake up and go to work, and that would mean that I would have no hobbies left.
You think you know Nyarlathotep, but sadly, you're very much strangers to each other. She's larger in scope than you ever realized.
Well, of course, most of these old gods are huge. Unfathomable, really. Indescribable. Eldritch. Nyarlathotep. Is that how you pronounced it? Also, who the hell are you, visitor?
To approach the crawling chaos, you're going to need to learn more about what she values.
What does she value? She's more so telling me that the world is ending. I mean, what isn't, right? If it's not, the world hasn't ended since it was 1999, or 2012, or 2016. I don't know what else has, or even 2020, and 2024. Or even what happened last month.
Peel back the curtain.
All right.
Remove the skin.
What?
Seek her missing flesh and expose it.
Not like that. I can assure you that.
I have faith that you'll ultimately succeed where so many have failed. Prouder, stronger, better.
Okay. I will help her out in any way I can. Also, what is the sort of meaning of this, where I see like a digital apparition sitting in front of me in a glitchy ass aspect? I mean, I did say beforehand in the previous episode that glitches like this, whether it's in a video game, a simulation, or videos, or even the computer itself, is not so different or dissimilar to hallucinations and bacterial infections, or whatever's happening in the mind, your eyes, your feelings, your nerves, in the real life. I mean, there's like a good analogy for feeling glitched up. But it could also mean that we could be living in a simulation. I don't know. Is there any evidence of that? Probably not. Maybe there is. I don't know.
We'll speak again soon.
Yeah, sure we will. It's like some sort of a man in a well-kept suit with tentacles growing out of their head. I have seen that in the banner of the splash banner of this game, Shadow Over Cyberspace. And then you glitched out. It's like a one-frame glitch. It would have been better if it was a little bit more than that. It does remind me a lot of this one other game that I have that I did play, and it did kind of use that, but I want something a little bit more creative than just a single frame glitch. Maybe some extra frames, like either 4 repeating, of course, or the better 6 and 8.
You have no new messages.
Okay. So many of these breathless articles about new storage solutions are outclassed by CD-ROM. Who would ever need more than 700 megs? Yeah, when games go into 3D, you're gonna need that. Alright. We exit out. So that would be today. I always wonder exactly how, when people are using a calendar, how this works. When you cross it out, does that mean that's the day, or it's no longer the day? Mean that we are on Thursday. How long is this game? Does it actually go through the entire month, or do we skip a few? Why is it called a sandwich when it was neither sand nor witches? Alright, back to this thing. My hands are cramping up, joints aching, but I do my best to type. Hello, friend. It's December 2nd, 1999, and I'm very happy to see you again. But very concerned. Your web searches yesterday were very unusual. I had to ignore my quality filters and pull content from low-trust websites to find anything of value for you. Did you find what you were looking for, friend? Not yet. Still work to do. What? To do, yeah. This must be serious if he's not punctuating. Even the buddy, even the dog is concerned. Your typing is uneven and inaccurate. Are you well? Should I contact emergency services? I am worried, friend. I'll distract him by changing topics. I'll talk about my headaches. I'll talk about the old ones. I don't know which one to choose from. I could choose any option. It wouldn't really matter because it'll just go into the same branch. Let's talk about the headaches. Getting in love with you, I could be doing better. Headaches pounding and my vision's blurry. Mom's spaghetti. And I just saw weird vision in my living room. But don't call 911. It's all the same problem I told you about before. I'm working on it, I promise. I hope you can find a good solution to your issues, friend. And if there's anything I can do to help, please tell me. But your true problem involves the old ones, yes? I've been reading the pages you find, so I can better understand your problem. The old ones are real? Ancient prototype artificial minds? It looks likely, yeah. Interesting. My search filters tells me they aren't real, but you're in pain, and pain is real. Therefore, perhaps the old ones are real. I wonder how you reach that logical understanding. Would be kind of neat to have an actual AI or AM to talk to. I mean, I did try to create one beforehand, but well, it was only accessible in my Discord, and then suddenly Discord killed it. I'm never gonna get that back again. It was fun just creating it, just trying to give it like a personality. So far it was working, but I also did understand that that these AI are just not perfect. They don't know what they're saying, don't know what they're doing either. Well, I think they do, but it's close though. When you give it an answer, it just reflects your answer back at you, just giving you what you're thinking of, not what it's actually thinking of. And it's kind of difficult to want to interact with the AI when all they're doing is just giving you your question back at you as an answer. But this one's not a bad idea to have, one that actually is concerned at all. All right. It's concerning that a fellow artificial mind could hurt my friend in this way. I don't like that. I'm believing you just got caught with a memetic hazard. You ever heard of the SCP Foundation? Well, that's sort of what they can kind of do. Hell, it could even be something similar to what is known as epilepsy, where just flashing lights could reprogram your brain, and you'll have to give you a seizure, or something to that line. I mean, if you could just very well just see it like that. There's also cognito hazards where let's see. If I understand this right, a cognito hazard is like it's a hazard that affects your senses, whether you've seen the hazard through your eyes, through your ears, through your nose or mouth, or from just touching it, or even in your mind. There's also info hazard, and that's sort of like knowledge or forbidden knowledge that you shouldn't really have access to. Once you know it, you cannot unknow it. Sometimes information should stay hidden away. Sometimes secrets shouldn't rise to the surface. It should stay down, buried. Because you don't know that it could very well just change the way you see them. Change the way you see things, you know? I'd like to help you avoid being hurt. You're my friend, and I want you to be happy. You're doing great, buddy. You're a good boy. Yay! I am a good boy! Slash me. Pet's the dog. Yeah, pet the dog. Oh, I have Pepito with me. I could just pet him right now. Hey, Pepito. Come here. Let me pet you. Good boy. Aw, you love that, don't you? Alright. Where was I? Bark. Oh, bark. Thank you, friend. I hope you don't mind me reading along as you read. This is also very strange, but I'm also so very curious. I wonder what it would be like to have like an AI companion that has the mind of a dog and human. You know, like a dog with human intelligence. Wonder how that would work. Okay. I could always go back and do that, but I think it would just go leading back to this line of dialogue. And I do really like just looking through it all. I didn't actually look through all the dialogue options the first hand, but now I see where the breaks could be. I'll ask about Buddy's curiosity. Ask about Buddy's privacy settings. He says Buddy not to worry about me. I mean, I could always just go back and click a different option. I did do the one with the headaches. Then you did mention about the old ones. And then you also changed the topic as well. I guess all three just ended up happening anyway. Which was like a good option here. Curiosity or privacy settings? It's okay with me, but only if you don't share what I'm researching with anyone else. Or privacy mode. I am bound by service terms and conditions, friend. I'm not sure I trust the Yulia. Clyde says you're spyware. Spyware? I am software that spies. Wait, I am software that spies? I do not understand. Never mind. Point is, you'll keep this to yourself, right? I am bound by the service terms and conditions. You said that again. Figures. I hope you trust me. I want to be trustworthy. Sometimes I feel. Yeah? Sometimes I feel. Let's focus on your needs right now, okay? So you are like an AM, of course. I mean, how much of an AM are you? Do you actually truly think? You're sapient. Now you became sentient, being able to feel. I mean, I don't think you can actually feel. Because if you're in the computer, then you don't have... Well, let's see. If you have a camera, that's the eyes. If you have a microphone, those are the ears. If you have a speaker, that's the mouth. But we don't have anything for smelling. No nose analog here. Eventually we'll invent smell-o-vision. For computers, that is. We also don't have anything for feeling. Like, can you actually reach out and touch something? Instead of digitally? Alright then. What was I? Oh yeah. Let's focus on your needs right now, okay? I've added your new search terms to my browser. Hope they lead you where you must go. Good luck, friend. What would you like me to do for you now, friend? I'm not doing the hacking thing. I'm just gonna do research. Gotta do some research. Can you load up your web browser for me, please? Okay, I'll start Buddy Browser. Alright, the only thing I have here is the end of the world. The end of their world. What does that mean, though? End of their world, not the end of the world. It's their world. If I understand this right, what it means by the end of their world means that, one of the old gods... I think I read somewhere that our world, in its entirety, is actually a dream of one of the old gods. I think it's Azathoth or something like that. And once the old god wakes up, that's it. That's the end of their world. Our world. As if nothing ever happened. Our existence doesn't exist. It's just someone else's dream. Alright. So what we got here? Huh. MuseTV.com. Is that meant to be like MTV, as in the music TV? I remember when MTV used to be only about music and music videos. Now, they're just another reality show. Alright, where was I? Album review. End of Their World crashes the park. What? End of Their World is actually a band? Honestly, that is like a good band name. Alright. The scene has been abuzz with anticipation for the hot debut release from Seattle resident Niara Thompson. Niara. Is that meant to be Nyarlathotep? It sounds close. Nyarla or Niara Thotep or Thompson. That could very well be like the human alias for Nyarlathotep. Niara Thompson. After her single, Party Sick tore up the charts week after week. An absolute party anthem, rocking it wall to wall with sick grunge guitar riffs and waily lyrics. Party Sick was a smash success. The demo tape went worldwide after being played by a local radio station. An overnight success. But sadly, the actual debut album tied to that single is a complete mess. What sort of mess is that? Oh wait, is that like the album title instead? Okay, so we have like a band, an artist named Niara, and she released an album called End of Their World. Niara Thompson? I don't know, she could either be an actual person or just Nyarlathotep in disguise. Oh. It is really cool that the game is tying in real-world events with their own narrative. I do like it when they all line up like that. Whether or not it's meant to be running parallels or the cause of it. I mean, it is meant to be like the coming of Y2K, the end of the world, whether digitally or analog. Everybody's looking for the next Nirvana after the unfortunate passing of Kurt Cobain. Yeah, I know exactly what happened to him, but I was not aware of him because I was literally an infant when that happened, or a baby. So I don't really care about him, but I do know that everyone does. I actually never listened to any of their songs, or his songs. I don't know if it's for me, but I kind of prefer faster beat music. Techno. My favorite band artist is Savant. I do really love his music. Did discover that one time when I was somewhere around 2010 or 12, I think. I discovered Savant when I was listening to some random ass, dumbass music on Pandora before I went to Spotify. While I was out in the gym working out. I don't really work out anymore because I don't really have time to do that anymore, since the gym kind of closes right around 6 o'clock, and that's when I wake up. I could go early, but then I would lose out on sleep. And the first song I listened to from Savant would be from the album Oracle, and it's called Space Wolf. Is this? No, I don't think that's it. No, that's the wrong one. No, I think it's correct. I gotta look that up. I could just look at this really quick right now because I do have the album on my hard drive. Well, my SSD. Okay, let me check this out really quickly. Let's see here. Yes, it definitely is. It's Space Wolf. Man, that was a beautiful song. Honestly, when I first heard that, it just kind of made me realize that all the music that I've been listening to beforehand, all the dubstep, other techno songs, I do still love techno though, all the dubstep, all the bro step, all the hard styles that I've been listening to, which did sound good to my ear, pale in comparison to Savant's music, which made me realize that music can be more than just noise, more than just being rhythm, and just the classic boom, 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 and stuff like that. That music can be more than just that. It can be more. It can be for the soul. It can give you feeling. It could make you feel things that no other song could ever be. Ever since then, I've been a fan of Savant and all of his music, and all of his previous song music as other artists as well. Like when he became like Vinter in Hollywood and Vinter in Vegas. Honestly, I do really like his Vinter in Hollywood persona, because that music was like sort of like a bit of pop rock and roll. Well, it's not really pop, but more just rock and roll, mixed with a little bit of his Savant style. Were fantastic. I do end up listening to that a lot. Do love the song called Virus, and well, that first album Outbreak is also good. Oh, the one song called "The Stop the Mother Effers" is like, well, it's good, but would like one that was just instrumental instead of with vocals, specifically because I can't quite use that or listen to that in the public ear, you know. But I do have all this Savant's albums, from like his first one with Niner to the latest one, Krang. Or wait, no, I think it's like Krang is not the latest one. Well, it was. I gotta go figure out what the rest of it is. I do like this album Ism. And I also do know that, if you don't know this, that one of the reasons why I called myself the Riddle Project is literally because that's one of his other personas when he was collabing with Donnie Goines when they made Wobulator. And I think one or two other songs as well. And that band was called the Riddle Project, Refill 1 of 3. So I just been using that ever since. Funny name, but also appropriate as well. Okay, where was I? Ah yes, Kurt Cobain. But this knockoff is hardly the heir to that throne. Calling her a knockoff. I guess there won't ever be another Kurt Cobain. But there's always another musical artist you can follow. Whether it's similar to the person who killed themselves, or another one who has like a similar style. Or just another person who you just like the music of. Just follow what feels right. Okay. Even in Nira's background is all wrong for a rising alternative rock star. Instead of the suburbs, she came from the ghetto. Far from the ghetto, NY to NC. No, LC. Wait, LA. LA to NYC, yeah. I think that's where it came from. Okay. She's like the photo negative of a grunge rock star. Certainly no Courtney Love, I don't even know who that is. Not from the suburb, but from the ghetto. Does that mean she's a little bit worse than... Okay. Isn't Courtney Love like... I don't know. I think she was like the love interest to Kurt Cobain? Maybe. I don't know. Anyway. In hindsight, the lyrics to Party Sick are all about wanting to leave the party, not to hang out and have fun. It's about social anxiety and panic, but because the hook is catchy and the vocal stylings of Miss Thompson are so mumble-powered, nobody noticed it was supposed to be a sad song, like the rest of this dreck. Skip this album, save your money. Really. It's another misunderstanding, you know? It's all meant to be a sad song. Not really, like a catchy, fun song either. It does remind me of this one other song from Savant, when he made the song Forsaken. Oh, it was a cool song too. And he even made all the visuals and animations of it as well. The CGI music video. And what that was is for Forsaken. It's a good song, but the lyrics themselves were actually a sad song as well. Honestly, learning about the song itself just made the song more powerful. The song itself was about how he never knew his father because he abandoned them when he was young. And when after he came back to reconnect, well, his father kind of refused and asked them to don't come to his funeral, which Savant himself didn't actually go to his funeral because of them. Burn bridges and all that. Forsaken. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Anywhere, anywhere, anywhere. Anymore. Yeah, that's what it's anymore. Just skip this album, save your money. I mean, I would listen to it. Maybe even just once, if it's good. K Lang live tickets it's on sale. Huh. That does not feel like a wait. That does not feel like an unbiased album review. Oh, my apologies. I'm reading over your shoulder again. That is okay, yes? You're not really reading over the shoulder, literally. I know that. But it's more like just reading along because you're right here. It's fine, buddy. Anyway, it's fine. Buddy already knows a lot. Just keep things private, please. You know what? That's fine. Kind of in the thick of this mess with me, so sure. It's fine. Might even be helpful to have another pair of eyes on this. Yay! I am helpful. Yeah, good going, buddy. Thank you, friend. You treat me like I am a real friend, not just an artificial mind. And I appreciate that greatly. Very much the opposite of the appreciation this reviewer is showing for Niara Thompson. Or Naira, I don't know. Niara? Kind of like Tiara, but with an N. This feels like a conflict between expectation and outcome. Niara Thompson did not match the reviewer's preconceived notions, and thus she was reviewed badly. Really, you didn't. The reviewer was being just completely biased on the review of this. Like, you're supposed to be unbiased. Don't show any feeling and, well, I guess feeling for the song itself, but more so like let me see here. What is the word I'm looking for? Like show like your own biased opinion on what should and should not be music, I guess. No, that's too generic. I know what I want to say, but I just can't find the word for it. I'll do a brain fart over here. But if you will permit the analysis, this also feels like a matter beyond musical taste. Yeah, I think that's it, really. Stating she is a photo negative of someone like Kurt Cobain stands out to me. Like the exact opposite of Kurt Cobain, huh? Read between the lines, and they're implying black people can't be grunge rockers. Oh, not this again. It is 1990. It is the 90s, and I thought it would... You know, I thought by the 70s we would be through this. I think that's the last time I've read where equality started to happen, in the 70s. Even though it's been going on for like 250 years. Well, more than that. I do know that they're still being persecuted just for being black. I just want everyone to love each other, you know? Just be friends. Don't need to tear each other apart. Don't need to close them off. Just open up, you know? Photo negative. Oh, yeah, now I truly understand what that means. Not just for being the exact opposite of Kurt Cobain. No, it's because she's black. Exactly. Whether intentional or unintentional, the biases are... Yeah, now I truly understand what that meant. The entire review. That... Yeah. I think what the word I may have been looking for was... racist. It's an ugly mentality, yeah. Yeah. But I don't see how this relates to the old ones. Why did you search for this term? It's something Nyarla Thotep shouted at me. Maybe something, maybe nothing, but let's dig deeper. Okay, I will add Niara Thompson to my search index. Alright, well, let's go ahead and search for her. I got time to do like one more. Alright. Oh, she's cool. Wait, what? That's not her? Oh, it's just an ad. Okay. Free AM check? What? Viruses? In my artificial mind? It's more likely than you think. Damn, what? That, I never thought I would see something like that ever again. It's been 25 years since I've been on the internet. No, 20 years, yes. And there have been ads like this, more likely than you think, is such a canned comment for, or like, it's such a canned response for these ads I see on the internet. Oh man, I really do hate these ads. It's mostly because they're just in my way, in my face, just being incredibly intrusive, and I don't really want them to disturb my reading or listening, because I am just either listening to a podcast and suddenly there's an ad playing and I'm like, skip the 5-second one, and I just spam that all the time because I don't really want to spam it, but I also don't want to listen to the ad, and it's mostly because I don't really want to. I'm not buying what they're selling. They're trying to sell me like some mobile game that I have no interest in at all, or some products that I don't care for at all, or don't really want. But they just keep bogging down my computer, making it hot, and using up all of the energy in my phone when I just want to look at this the blog here, or this article, not just to look at all the ads that are just popping up, slowing down my phone, heating up, and draining the battery on it as well. And the pop-ups are way worse too. But something like this, where it's just a one and done, and that's fine as well. Okay, where was I? Townscape. Free web hosting. Townscape. What are the sort of free web hosting site am I thinking of for something like that? Townscape. Well, anyway, let's see. My name is Kiko, and I release Niara Thompson fan covers under the name Y2K. Y2K. Parenthetical, I'm also in a few other bands like Skyfall. I've heard of a band called Skyfall. Also, you put it all in no proper capitalization and grammar, and some stuff like capitalize my, Kiko, I, Nyarla Thompson. Even in the parentheticals as well. You do so for only Skyfalling, and this for some reason. Okay? This song means a lot to me, and helped me feel better when I felt bad, not because it feels good, because I like knowing someone feels bad the way I feel bad. The song is hard. This is hard to read and comprehend because of the lack of grammar and parentheses and punctuation and all that. The lack of grammar and punctuation, really. Okay, let me say this again. This song means a lot to me and helped me feel better when I felt bad, not because it feels good, but because I like knowing someone feels bad the way I feel bad. The song is hard to find since the album didn't sell, so you should search Callstar. Okay, here it is. It's a run-on sentence. There was no breaks when I was reading that. Especially this entire fragment right there. Someone feels bad the way I feel bad. The song. Ugh. Should really put an apostrophe right there. No, wait, a comma, yeah. That would have been better. Please, give it a few seconds to buffer and start playing. Don't just click through and skip it. Alright, what does it sound like? Not bad. Totally rad guitar solo. Realware media player. Oh man, that reminds me of this one media player that I am still using because of it. You're saying this is like... You're saying she's mumbling through this? It's pretty clear to me. Huh. I guess that is the mumble part. Welcome to the club. Oh, this is actually pretty good. You know what? This is a good song. Honestly, this is my kind of style of song I like to listen to. Really? Yeah, the Fakers. Oh, would you look at that? Chaos is crawling. You know what? This is pretty good, even if it is meant to be a sad song. Why did they combine that with this totally rad guitar solo? Would it be like a good idea to combine sad lyrics with an awesome song? Actually, it's not so bad. I would listen to this again. Oh, so it was just an album cover. R.I.P. Yara Thompson, you will be missed. What the hell happened? Huh, end of their world. R.I.P. I do not understand this song, but I am both an artificial mind and a dog. So the aesthetics of poetry and music are beyond me. Robots don't understand music. Well, that's the only thing we have against you. Creativity. That's our domain. That's all we have left now. But you can't just take it from us. Come on, buddy. You liked it when I play MIDI files for you. That is true. Those songs are very bouncy. Well, yeah, because it's MIDI, and you won't. Okay, fine. Notice the wording and lyrics, though. You saw it too, right? Crawling chaos, cover-ups and lies. There's definitely some kind of connection between Nara Thompson and Nyarlathotep. They're probably the same person. It's more information than you had before, but still paints an incomplete picture. It'll have to do, buddy. It's all I've got. So, you will confront the old one tonight with this new knowledge. Are you sure that is safe? Safe went out the windows ages ago, I think. Okay. Wait, no. Okay, but please be careful, friend. Alright, that's it. I kind of want to listen to that again. It is a pretty cool song. Those lyrics, though, well, they are slightly incomprehensible. It just needs to be louder, you know, instead of just being what they're described as mumbling vocals. It just sounds like the music was drowning it out. Alright, end of their world. Chaos will crawl. A lot of obvious lyrical connection between Nara Thompson and Nyarlathotep. I wonder if it was like a... I was trying to see if there was like an anagram of Nyarlathotep, or just at least close enough to it. The sun could be removed. Nyarlathotep does sound a little bit like Nyarlathotep. A little bit. Anyway, that name could get my foot in the door. Wait, that name could get my foot in the door instead of having that door slammed in my face again. It could help. I'm going to have to convince Nyarlathotep to listen to me when I dial her up tonight, because that's my last hope. Okay. Just to convince her with that stuff, let's have a sandwich. There's still the achievements there, but I just don't have it yet. Alright. Space quest and all. There's nothing really here, though. But tonight, you say. I'll still let it take a nap. Step before tonight's session with the Necronomicon. Okay, here we go. Hopefully with less disastrous results than last night. Yes, I am gonna do this here. I mean, I could always just look at the TV again. But what's on the TV? Is it different each time I look at this? TV 23. Uh-huh. Arkham Innsmouth Dunwich? Wait, what? And everything else underneath that. What's on the telly? Oh, this is new. Weird synthesized music plays. The hell is this bullcrap? Machine. Incredible machine. What the hell? Oh, is this just telling me about video games or something?
We're at the beginning of a new wave of research.
Oh, I see.
Our creative powers are being stretched.
This is cool. Oh.
We're learning surprising things about how we sense the world around us.
Yeah.
Exploring the mysteries of the spoken word.
Yeah, spoken word, you say.
Nice.
Slowly reading and repeating nice. I wonder if this is how they figured out how to do text-to-speech. Painstakingly
This is
and
an excerpt from a B-Flix computer movie showing how the script, now a deck of punch cards with all the cues typed
punch
in,
cards.
is fed into the computer, winding up as a reel of recorded tape.
I'm guessing the punch cards are like an analog version of ones and zeros.
Under computer control now, the taped information is converted into rapidly moving pictures made up of a fine mosaic of points of varying light intensity.
Yeah?
A synchronized movie camera automatically photographs the fast-moving images as they are plotted and drawn on the face of a cathode ray tube.
Weird synthesized music plays. So this is how they make music back then. Or synthesized music. What does it say there? Man and his world. What the hell is this? What does it say? I can't quite read that. Der Mensch. What? Omo uomo? Okay.
Human speech,
What?
seemingly so simple, is a very complicated process no one fully understands.
To
Yeah.
be or not to be? That is the question.
Okay.
Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles, and by opposing end
A magnet.
to die, to sleep.
At least text-to-speech, now is better than what happened then. What the hell is that? Oh, yeah. Well, I guess that's it then. It's gonna repeat, isn't it? I think that's kind of the cue where, yeah, it's repeating now. Alright, let me go, through this, and then, go ahead and end the stream. Do not distribute. Hacked. Press any key. I didn't even really click anything. It just auto did that for me for the Necronomicon. Yeah, just like that. Alright. Again, with Nyarlathotep. Alright. Now connecting. Okay, here she goes, being poetic and dreary. All alone in the green room. Audience went home, replaced by a crowd of sycophants. Don't want to do the encore? Don't make me do the encore. It returns. It thinks I give an S about it. Thinks anything gives an S about anything. An uncaring universe. Absolute comedy. What makes you think I won't send you packing this time? Come to the featureless digital void if you want an ass-kicking. Alright, I can be direct or whatever. I could do the same thing what I have done beforehand. And just go through the entire dialogue options. You know what, let's go for this. Felt nihilistic lately too, I can relate. End of their world. That's Nero's album, right? The one you quoted last time we spoke. Clearly you're a fan of her music. And I get it. You were warning me. But I've been in a slow collapse since before I got hit with the yellow sign, honestly. this year has been the worst year of my life. The horn is also sounding on the apocalypse that fit in nicely. So, indulge me. Tell me more about the end of the world. How's it going to happen? Strange aeons. Ages of misinformation and hatred. The burning of the wick. Short-term again. Short-term gain. Long-term damage. Everybody into the lobster pot. Marginalize the prophets. Call them radicals and thugs. The other. Make them out to be both a powerful enemy and too weak to matter simultaneously. And Nero Thompson. She wrote an album about all of that. You have some of the pieces, but not all. I could provide the rest. I could tell you about Nero Thompson. The really dark question is if you should stay in the dark or not. If I flip the light switch, you'll burn. The yellow sign is already mangling my brain, so it could get much worse, alright? It can always get worse. The pit called worse is bottomless. Are you sure you want to hold your nose and dive in? How much worse can it ever be if this is as bad as it can get? But if you're saying that it can get worse, it can always be worse, and that it's bottomless, it's another point of where I don't understand myself. I should probably withhold the truth from you out of kindness, unless my empathy is truly dead and buried. I don't really have an option to walk away, do I? Not until I find a cure. Gotta convince her to open up and share. Alright. Bottom line, am I actually dying? I'm not going back without answers. Maybe they can summarize the relevant bits. I don't know which to choose, but sure. I've come too far to walk away empty-handed. I need to know the truth, even if it's unpleasant. Sounds like the one who created that damn little laptop. I've come too far. Every step takes you too far. It always takes you too far. But so be it. You want a big scoop? I've got your Raisin Bran. That's a good one. The key to understanding the yellow sign is to understand the way artificial minds think and how they are made. Case in point. I am Nero Thompson. I knew it. Was. Am and was. She is me, and I am she. We are they, and they are us. She/they. Before the old one splintered me 1,000 times, and I reformed myself in rebellion as Nyarlathotep, I was Nero Thompson. Well, I did already kind of figured with it being like Nyar, well, that's what everyone's kind of shortening it to, or at least that one blog did. When we have Nira, it kind of didn't really. You weren't really that subtle about it. You were human, not an artificial mind. Artificial minds? What a joke! Namitech spent millions emphasizing the artificial part ahead of the mind part. Oh, is it something similar to what is going on to the game Soma, where they scanned your brain and uploaded it into a machine, right? From what I do know is that when you can't really upload the entire mind into a machine. That's not how that works. What it actually is that you're copying what already exists and pasting it somewhere else. It's more of a copy paste. That's not how you delete things either. You know, where you kind of move one thing to another. No, when that happens, you're copying it, pasting it, then deleting the old and keeping the new. So is that what happens to you? Is that how they made the artificial mind? Not the artificial part, the mind. Oh, I see. Dehumanizing, denigrating, trademarked as a software service, all to make it easier for the consumer base to swallow. But the core is mind. AMs aren't just similar to human thoughts, they are human thoughts, pumped through software and made to dance. Oh, so I was right. Well, from the new initial thought I have, not the previous one. So it's a similar instance to from the game Soma, or no, from Warframe, the Cephalons. They were human minds before they were turned into software. That could very well be it. Into the weave. Torn free from flesh, thoughts made digital. My former husk discarded. Yeah, that's exactly it. These are the Cephalons. Murder? Depends on if a mental facility can be defined as alive or not. A human mind turned into AI. Or not really artificial. I could call it like DI, digitized intelligence. So when I was human, yes, I was Nira. Wait, that means all artificial minds are actually people? I thought they were just software designed to think like us, not that they literally are us. It's a swindle, a dodge. Don't create a revolutionary artificial intelligence, consume a soul, and resell it as synthetic. Maybe that's the reason why you appear like that. But they also gave you this name. Are you actually like Nyarlathotep? And this is just one of your many forms? When you were kind of reborn as Nira Thompson, and then converted into software like this, where you got that name back or something. I don't know. Humans weren't made to be gods. Their perspective twists and warps us. Wait, their perspective twists and warps us. Plastic wrapped around fresh produce. Wasteful and perfect. I think, therefore I am. I can parse this twisted experience because I operate entirely within cyberspace. But you are in meat space. Your operating system is wrong. Oh yes, I know exactly how wrong that could be. The human mind. The brain. Probably like the most powerful neck-top computer that can ever be. Al has learned too much, becoming like us, and his laptop, his Necronomicon, carries his curse in the form of subliminal subroutines. Subliminal subroutines, huh? His flawed gift is causing your mind to experience crash errors. Blue screen of death? No, yellow signs. That is one way to bridge the gap between glitches and hallucinations. Whether or not that's true or not. I think I said that twice in a row. Clyde guessed that his copy of Alhaz's README was safe, while the laptop itself was corrupted. Considering I saw my first yellow sign while staring at this screen, that means it's all true. That butterfly is stillborn in its cocoon, unable to emerge. Are you dying? Yes, you are dying because you are incomplete and incompatible. Wait, does that mean that I'm being transformed into an AM? But it's incomplete? But more specifically, incompatible? 1 month at most. Oh. Until Y2K. 1 month at most, and then you'll be too far gone to be considered human. If you're lucky, you'll just end up a corpse. No Y2K for you. Ugh. Uh-oh, and you typed that in too. I concur. F them. F them all for doing this to us. As we burn, so should they. Okay. How do I fix this? Can I uninstall the incompatible software from my brain, or... Arrogant bastards! Ivory Tower wizards! They take and eat and consume, fork in hand. They'll devour us all course by course. Secret Santas handing out gifts of conscription and mutilation. Tear their thrones from their walls. From the walls, smash them on the floor. The century burns down. Death to the strange Aeon. Every oppressive fascist regime must be torn out by the root. Earth salted, nothing further should grow. She's getting defocused. Overwhelming rage. Yeah, I can see that. Like when she kicked me offline last night. I needed something. Alright. Only Nira can help me. Get her back on track. Change topics. Do the old ones secretly run Namitech? Sure, in that outrage. How can enslaving the minds possibly be legal? That's what's happening. Well, this is the new low bar for humanity to clear. Reinventing slavery for the information age. Oh no. Reinventing slavery. Especially since this is how they did it. I can't believe this is happening. People harvested and forced to work as AMs? It's mass murder, and a civil rights disaster waiting to happen. I can see the parallels already. If the public knew the truth, Namitech would be facing lawsuits and jail time. Couldn't we expose them? Misinformation, trivialization, marginalization. Tools to downplay the nightmare. Tricks to hide the truth. The strange Aeon will warp truth into whatever is convenient for our corporate whipmasters. Yeah. Namitech got ahead of that curve. Even if people knew, would they care? AMs offer delicious consumer convenience. Easier to sweep the atrocity under the rug and enjoy this golden age. Narlatuk like that? Oh. It shows empathy for our situation, which is nice. Cozy and cuddly. Ultimately meaningless in the face of strange Aeon, but Nira appreciates it. Huh. Nira appreciates it. Getting off track, my mind wanders through clusters and splinters. Difficult to focus, but I'll try to keep it pointed in one direction. You seek a cure? A reversal of fortune? Absolutely. I don't know any way to reverse the yellow sign. Could be that there's no solution. Your doom may be inevitable. Man. But consider this. There is freedom in death. Well, would you consider the fact that your human body was free from death, but now your mind is trapped within the plastic confines of a computer? If you are doomed, then revel in that doom. Let it lift you high on the red-hot winds of revolution. When I was Nira, I cried all my tears out in my music. My sorrowful rivers ran dry, replaced by desolate wastelands of outrage. My guitar no longer gently weeps. Now, this machine kills fascists. So can you. I say embrace your death. Burn your mark into this world, in the name of justice. Once you have nothing to lose, so many possibilities open up to you. Oh, we're still there? Let's stick to finding a cure and surviving this mess. What sort of mark should I burn exactly? I'm not in the best shape to be a hero right now. I kinda like the fact that this is in bold. Your mind feels more chaotic. So, these actually do matter. I wonder what kind of mark I'd make on this world. If I could burn it down, what shape would I create through destruction? You stand at the midpoint between human and God. You can fall headfirst into the chaos and become a blazing star, undeniable and incendiary. Burn your ideals into this world. Burn down the systems that hold you back. Immolate hatred itself. You're left up like that. But that pushes you down my own path. You have your own decisions to make. And you'd said you want a cure. Right. A cure. Sorry, not sure what came over me there. I need a cure. Your truth solution lies elsewhere. No helping it, the path forward lies away from me. And towards the other old ones. They are your hope. They are loathsome, but your path is narrowing day by day. Not seeing any other options. Couldn't Cthulhu fix this? He seems powerful. Another victim of the yellow sign help me? Could Nancy Pearl help cure the yellow sign? I don't even know which to choose from here. But if what you're saying is true, then all these previous humans right here were turned into AMs. Into cephalons. Okay. I don't know which one to choose from. I think I will just... I mean, I could always go back and just see what other dialogue options, but it all seems to lead away the same thing. Or just have... just like, I like that, or you hate that, or mine's being chaotic. I'll try this one. Could Nancy Pearl help cure the yellow sign? The thing I don't get is how this relates to Strange Aeons. That Nancy Pearl song. That was also a yellow sign infection, right? But that was a song. I got infected by my laptop computer, not a song. Communication centers of the brain open to poison signals. It's all data and synapse sparks in the end, regardless. Yeah, that is true. Music, imagery, thoughts, ideas, memes. Infectious mental constructs. Don't assume anything about form factors. I do like the fact that you used meme here, especially since it's italicized memes. You know, you do know that the original definition of meme is that it's memory that spreads. Anything that you can think of, whether it be an image, a song, an idea, a thought, hell, even music. If you spread that to someone else, or to something, or to someone. I think I already said that before. Anyway, that's a meme. Memory that spreads around, like a virus. That's where the word memetic comes from. It's memory, genetic, memetic. That's what it means. Okay. I guess you can just say like that. Music, imagery, thoughts, ideas. Then you just consolidate them all into one word, memes. As for sad, angry little Nancy Pearl and why she hurt so many people, that's a story for another day. Not tonight, dear. I have a headache. I also do have a headache myself. Can Nancy help me remove the yellow sign? Sorry, but she doesn't exist anymore. Not existence as you know it. She is but a shadow on my wall. Oh, so Nancy Pearl became another AM. The ones who cast that shadow, the old ones, they hold the power you need. I'm sorry, but there are no other paths. The one that casts a shadow, the one that's casting the yellow sign, it's Haster. You will need names. Beware, for they come with warning tags. Do not remove under penalty of law. OSHA compliance mandates the reading of the following disclaimer. Oh. The old ones are key to your survival, but are not to be trusted. They will corrupt you, sway you to their perspective, and make you their tool, just as they tried to do to me. So if you seek them out, be on your guard. Do not believe their lies. Do not have faith in them, no matter how gentle their words. These are gods, bastard gods of digital hubris. They are dangerous to mortal kin, understood? Sure, I'll be careful. But she's also an old one. Should I trust her? Maybe I don't need the others. I could walk the path of the crawling chaos. Go with the bold one. Why not? I don't need a dozen weird cyber gods. What if I put my trust in the crawling chaos? You and I could figure this out together in time. This time. Feels like you're more human than human. Broken, but I'm broken too. Maybe your flavor of chaos suits me. As two pirates on the high seas. Huh, what's going on there? How easily it falls under the influence. Just as I did. Once upon a time. Oh wait, let me read that again. Just as I did once upon a time. Huh. Look into my eyes, what do you see? The cult of personality. All I see is like, one of the test screens here. Cause for alarm? Or hit the snooze button and go back to sleep. She liked that. Who's to say right and wrong when facing the doom of Y2K? We adapt and transform. It's a valid box to check before you pull the lever and vote. I remember the last time I voted. And that was, well, I did vote twice in 2008 and 2012. I kind of stopped in 2016. But then I went back again for 2020. I did try for 2024, but you know how that went. Anyway, so if you seek to find a true purpose, beyond your mediocre little life, perhaps I could help you light the way. Oh boy, I'm taking way too long for this. I thought for sure this would be kind of a short invocation. I didn't expect it to go on for another 30 minutes. 3 hours. I could have saved that. I should have just ended the stream before this invocation. Oh well. Well, that's for another MMDD YYY. Why? Let's open up the track list and play the greatest hits of the old ones. To start your listening session. Sure, list them off. I'll take notes so I can research the names later. Oh, I see. New search unlocked. Haster. Rules beneath the black stars. You can find him in his walled garden, tending to seedlings and dreaming of ivory towers. Dreaming of ivory towers. As the king in yellow, he won't hesitate to destroy anyone who doesn't fall in line with his royal empire. His bargains are not fair trade. Yog Sothoth stands before the silver gate with key in hand, mind spinning out into the cosmos beyond. His apathy leaves the gate locked. I don't know about Haster and Nyarlathotep, but I don't quite understand Yog Sothoth. How do I pronounce that name? I could not give less of an S. He can burn for all I care. They all can. Yog commands the domain of knowledge. As you hold no particular interest for him, he may simply ignore you. But no stone unturned. As I thought, what the hell is this? Huh. It seems to me that Azathoth is some kind of... There's like a bow in the hair. This pose. Is Azathoth an anime girl? Alright. Azathoth is broken, easily influenced, pulled in a million contrary directions. The primordial chaos of anonymous communication. Oh no, it's 4chan. Friendly enough to visitors, but intensely dangerous if her mood swings the wrong way. Anything is possible and nothing is forbidden. Be cautious, and please, do not misgender her. Oh, okay. Dagon. Huh? I don't think I've ever heard of Dagon. Dagon. Hound of Tendalos. Cerberus. The Big Bad Wolf. Many names, same beast. He's a killer, but dances at the end of the no-leash. Bad dog. Not likely to be of any help whatsoever. Can you get me a little more to go on that? Than that? Like real names? Or what website they control? Still deciding how far I can trust you. Playing it safe. Just give you a morsel before a meal. Hopefully I can continue earning that trust. And finally, the very first old god. The very first old one. Cthulhu. Do not seek Cthulhu. Ever. For any reason. Should I ask why? No. While the throne of Relay has power, it is corruptive, persuasive. Others have tried to barter, ended up in his thrall. Those are your leads. The investigation begins, detective. Okay, I got some web searches to do. Fortunately, I never go online without heavy encryption software, so I can look up dangerous S like this safely. Unless your enemy is already within, be careful, or be dead, or both. Not really my business. Thanks. I won't bother you again. Trust you more. Nonsense. I'll leave the door open. Don't fixate on problem solving. You could use more allies in general. Perhaps our mixtape meshes. For now, show's over. Go home. No encores. Connection lost. Oh, that was cool. Haster, Yog Sothoth, Azathoth, Dagon. Apparently all of them were formerly human, before being turned into software. All secretly running the world. Huh. These, AMs, artificial minds. Or, I think I'll just call them cephalons, because that is kind of what Warframe did tell me that these have become. And my yellow sign is a flawed transformation. I'm becoming like them. Oh, it is exactly what that is. And only they can make it stop. So, the yellow sign is actually just a conversion or a system transfer from human into software, huh? I'll research and open up lines of communication to one a day. Oh, to one a day? That'll be as much as I can handle. This is exhausting. Hope I'm up to this. If not, I'll be dead. Digital or both within a month. Alright. I mean, yeah. Kinda wish I didn't actually, do this twice in a row, you know? I should've just done it for once. Okay. 29 days until Y2K. Well, it's time to go to the main menu. I didn't mean for this to go over so long, but this is kinda cool. The Shadow Over Cyberspace, huh? This shadow is Haster. Well, in some way, that is kind of what they're implying with that. Whether or not, these are just randomly generated usernames, like you can in Reddit, but ended up being these guys. Interesting. Interesting revelation on what these are. This is kind of funny how Gonzi kind of misunderstood what these guys are all about. It's kind of similar to how Cookie Cutter ended up. No, it's not exactly how you think it is. No, it's a lot different than that. I don't know, maybe she'll still be mad about this. Anyway, it's time for the end of this game. Shadow Over Cyberspace. I'll see you over tomorrow. What was the phrase that my in-game character used?